Welcome to the Newcomers on Fire show with your host, Miguel Abascal. Listen to people like you sharing their journeys, struggles, and their breakthroughs. Be ready to be inspired to take control of your time, career, finances, and future. Fulfill your potential. Become the person you're meant to be and make your dreams a reality.
Hey there, welcome to the very first episode of Newcomers on Fire show. I am your host, Miguel Abascal, and I'm super excited to be here with you. I apologize for my voice sounding rougher than usual. My little one goes to daycare, and oh boy, I have never been sick this many times in the year. It has been a journey. There is a lot to say about that to cover a full episode, but today I want to talk about the 5 steps I took to find my dream job. But before we dive into the details, I want to tell you why I'm doing this. I'm here to let you know that you are not alone in your journey. I went through some tough times, but I made it, and I believe you can do it too. In this podcast, we're going to share stories from amazing people, and I'm going to do my best job to uncover concrete, actionable, and practical advice that can help you succeed. In other words, this is the podcast I wish I had in my early days when I came to Canada. Now, let me take you back where my story began. Imagine this. I used to work for one of the oldest coffee shops in Mexico. Before Mexico was independent from Spain, this iconic place was there. It has been serving amazing coffee for centuries, and as the CEO, I had the privilege to travel all over the world selling this fantastic coffee to different countries like Canada, Japan, United States, Spain, and many more. I was doing great, and I loved it. But during my travels, something unexpected happened. I fell in love with Canada. Not just because it's a beautiful place, but because of the diversity and the respect I felt from everyone here. So I decided to move to Canada. I got all the necessary paperwork, and 2 years later, I was ready to live and work here. Back then, I was a bit overconfident. I had this funny idea that Canada was very lucky to have me. I even imagined reporters waiting to take my photo as I got off the plane onto the red carpet. But in reality, my flight was late and the airport was pretty empty when I arrived. While everyone else was picked up by the family and friends, I was the last one standing there all alone. The first weeks were a bit of a blur, crashing on couches of friends until I found my place. I remember being exhausted at the end of each day. Sometimes I will have like very big headaches because talking in a different language all the time and paying so much attention to everything that was happening was overwhelming, and it took a lot of my energy. Looking back, my early years in Canada were really tough. It took me a whole 5 years to land an entry-level job in my profession, and I was not expecting that. I did a PhD in survival jobs and how to live paycheck to paycheck. I would wake up a lot in the middle of the night, worry about how I was going to pay rent, and sometimes I had to use my credit card just to make it through. I think the worst part was not knowing what I was doing wrong. I took all the available programs for newcomers several times, and I was puzzled as why my previous success formula was not working for me in this new country. I went from being a confident professional to having an identity crisis. My professional journey was longer than normal because I lost my confidence very fast and my mental health suffered. I have never felt this way in my life. I was unaware I was facing depression and burnout. I felt like I didn't belong anywhere. During this time, finding my dream job or any kind of professional job was really hard. Even building relationships, which I was very good at, it was hard. In the state I was, everything was extremely hard. It felt like doing a marathon while climbing a mountain and doing an Ironman all at once, a never-ending race. During those years, I was not that happy. I felt like a rainy cloud was following me. I remember once I was complaining to a mentor about how unfair, how broken the system was, how the Canadian experience objection was nonsense, and some more. And this mentor told me, well, Miguel, if it's too difficult, why don't you go back to your country? And to be honest, I needed that question. It felt like an ice water bucket was thrown at me. It changed my perspective completely because I could focus on complaining or I could focus on the things I have control, like my attitude or my activities. I started making friends and slowly things got a little bit better. I discovered what mentoring was and I got addicted. Now I have multiple mentors for everything. And thanks to that, things turn around. I changed my mindset from trying to catch up opportunities to nurturing relationships and helping people. Thanks to this new approach, I met a person who coached me on what to say, how to say it, and very quickly I was hired and promoted several times. In fact, my last 6 job promotions happened over coffee meetings. Today, I'm living my Canadian dream. As I promised, here are the 5 steps I discovered to how you can land your dream job. The first step, confidence. Nothing happens without confidence or good mindset. A mentor asked me once, from 1 to 10, Miguel, from 1 to 10, what is your confidence level? And I say, well, around 6 or 7. He quickly asked me, would you ever date a 6, Miguel? He quickly looked at me and said, if your confidence goes from 10 to 9, you start to doubt yourself and you slow down because now you're not that sure. And that kills your momentum. Your number one job is to become your confidence bodyguard. If you're struggling with your confidence, send me an email and I will send you the best strategies I use to boost my confidence. Okay, very quickly. Step number 2, one of my biggest mistakes as newcomer was not being clear on what I wanted. So step number 2 is clarity. When you have a clear understanding on where you are and where are you going, you're already halfway to achieving your goals. I remember I spent a lot of years confused and unsure, and I tried several different approaches. I applied to numerous roles like business analyst, financial analyst, marketing analyst, project manager, and many more. Unfortunately, this approach only resulted in wasted time and energy. I remember a conversation I had with a mentor about the role I was applying for, and I said, well, I'm applying for a financial analyst position. Then he told me, what kind? And I was really confused because I told him, well, the kind that analyzes financial information. And funny enough, I understood what this mentor told me years later when I was mentoring a newcomer. This newcomer told me, I want to land a job as a project manager. And then I said, what kind? Of course, the newcomer was as confused as I was. And then he replied, well, the kind that manages projects. And I told him, well, in this company, which is close to 100,000 people, there are over 16 project management offices, PMOs, that have different mandates. Each PMO has multiple portfolio directors, and each director will specialize in a specific type of project. So if you say, I want to land a job as a project manager in your company, can you help me? I will say, I'm not sure. But if you say, I want to land a job as a project manager in the Canadian banking, retail, strategic initiatives, and digital projects, because I'm an expert in agile methodology, I will say, I think I know a person in that department. See the difference? So when I say this, I usually get 2 kinds of questions. The first one is, how do I know the specific area of a company that I don't know? And my answer is, go on coffee meetings with people in that company. And we're going to cover more on this topic, how to ask for these coffee meetings, what to say, how to do them, etc., in future episodes. The second question is, what if I don't know what I want to do? I discovered the path to clarity by unpacking my professional experiences. I have a cool tool to help you with this. Send me an email and I will gladly send it your way because this exercise holds immense importance as it not only helps you with clarity, but also boosts your confidence immediately. Now, step number 3. Step number 3 is about communicating your value. A former manager told me, Miguel, I know you, and under the hood, you're a Lamborghini, but everyone else sees a Toyota Corolla. Even though I love that feedback, I felt a mixture of pride and frustration because my true potential was hidden from the world. The Washington Post once conducted a fascinating experiment that opened my eyes. They had Joshua Bell, one of the world's greatest violinists, and he was playing in a busy subway station. The experiment was to see how many people will recognize his incredible talent. But even with his incredible music and his multi-million-dollar Stradivarius, nothing worked. Sadly, not a lot of people cared. In fact, some people were annoyed by his music. We're talking about the best of the best in the world, how he became a nobody. I believe this is quite common for newcomers. We're going to cover more ground on this in future episodes, but in the meantime, here are 3 powerful ways you can improve your personal brand and how can you communicate better your value. Number 1, be authentic, be you. Embrace your unique story and perspective as an immigrant professional. Don't be afraid to share your journey, the ups and downs, and incredible triumphs. Authenticity resonates deeply with others and helps you build genuine connections. Number 2, unleash the power of resilience. As a newcomer, you have already overcome countless challenges to pursue your dreams. Use these experiences to your advantage. Embrace the resilience that brought you here and showcase it in everything you do. Your ability to navigate unfamiliar territories demonstrates strength, adaptability, and a relentless pursuit of success. Don't underestimate your hunger for success because not a lot of people have it. And lastly, number 3, harness the power of storytelling. Your story is your superpower. Craft compelling stories that showcases your experiences, achievements, and lessons learned. Share how your unique background and perspective have shaped you as a professional. Storytelling is a great tool to connect with others and for others to remember you. Very cool. Step number 4, connections. But more importantly, is the transformation of those connections into meaningful relationships. When I arrived here, I believed that success was solely dependent on connecting with the right people. You know, recruiters, HR professionals, and high managers. I will send countless emails telling them all the amazing things about myself as the ideal candidate and hoping that they will be the key to helping me land a job. However, time passed and nothing happened. I noticed that a lot of people were doing the same thing. It was very hard to stand out from the crowd, and that's when I decided to change my approach and explore alternative avenues for building relationships. So I want to share with you what I learned. The right people are not just limited to those with impressive titles. Actually, they are often overlooked and underestimated. I have discovered that some of the most influential allies in my career journey did not have any flashy designations, but their knowledge, connections, and influence were very profound. Just to give you some examples, executive assistants, they know everything. Junior financial analyst, they understand the budget and what opportunities are going to get funded. People doing your dream job, connecting with professionals who are currently in your desired position is a must. They have first-hand experience, and if they get promoted, they might be able to refer you as a strong candidate. The key is to focus on cultivating genuine relationships with them. Offer your assistance, share your knowledge, and be a reliable source of support. The final step, step number 5, is consistency. Consistency is the secret to building momentum and helps you keep moving forward. Even when you are facing challenges or during those toughest times, your consistency becomes a guiding light, like a lighthouse, keeping you focused on what you can control. There will be days that everything seems to go wrong. For example, you get a rejection email and that shakes your confidence. But consistency is your ally. It's what keeps you moving forward and empowers you to conquer any obstacles. To help you with this, let me introduce you to the 100-point system. It's actually a game. This game is going to keep you focused and motivated on what really matters. Here's how it works. Very simple. Your weekly goal is to get 100 points. Each new connection on LinkedIn is going to give you 3 points. Of course, connect with relevant professionals, industry peers, and potential mentors. These connections will open doors to new opportunities and insights. When you do your first coffee meeting or information interview, you get 15 points. You earn 20 points for your second meeting with the same person and 30 points for any subsequent meetings, because consistency and time are key to building professional relationships. If your goal is to find a job, you get 50 points for every job interview. So track your progress and stay committed. Consistency is the name of the game. Make a commitment to yourself and your future success. Even if you miss a day or a week, dust yourself off and get back on track. The 100-point system is all about continuous improvement and resilience. Celebrate your achievements. Acknowledge when you reach the 500 points or 1,000 points. Treat yourself with something special. And remember, this is a journey worth celebrating. Between 4 to 6 weeks of constantly hitting 100 points per week, you will start experiencing the power of momentum. And that is when the magic happens. Well, you got the 5 steps to finding your dream job. Number 1 is consistency. Number 2, clarity. 3, communicating your value. 4, transforming your connections into relationships. And 5, generating the consistency that helps you build your momentum. Now, if you want to go faster, here's my last tip, the bonus step. Don't waste time and effort trying to figure out things yourself. Someone in this world has experienced or has done what you want to do. Approach them and ask them questions. It's as simple as that. Even if you need to pay, consider my journey as an example. I spent 5 years doing trial and error. The amount of money I left on the table was significant. Finding the right coach and investing in yourself is the best and fastest way to achieve your goals. Lastly, find your community, your tribe, because when you are doing great, your community needs you. And for the days that you're struggling, those are the days that you need your community. It's like a log in a fire. If you take it out, eventually it goes off. But if you bring back that log into the fire, immediately goes on fire again. Your community and tribe is a place where you feel supported and safe to share. A place with unlimited opportunities to learn from others, share your experiences, and gain exposure to new ideas and perspectives. Additionally, they can be a source of motivation, encouragement, and even job leads. Remember, you are not alone in your pursuit of a dream job, and a strong community can provide the support that you need. Success relies on being accountable and focusing on your growth and transformation. Coaches, mentors, and your community can help you be accountable for your actions and goals. They can challenge you to step out of your comfort zone and offer constructive feedback and provide you with the motivation to keep pushing forward. So why am I sharing with you all of this? Because I truly want to see you succeed too. I've seen and witnessed how some incredible people have overcome crazy challenges, and I want you to experience that. This podcast is here to inspire and equip you by giving you concrete, actionable, and practical advice you can implement right away. I will measure the success of this podcast by helping you speed up your own success journey. So please let us know how we're doing, because we're obsessed with becoming better and giving you our best. Get ready, because this is just the beginning of an amazing adventure. Thanks for watching or listening to this first episode of the Newcomers on Fire show. Stay tuned for more awesome stories, helpful advice, and incredible guests. Please follow, subscribe, and share with 3 people that you feel need this. To your success, see you soon.
We hope you enjoyed this show and that it helps you to find your way or make your way. If you found value, share it with someone who needs it. Until next time, to your success.